Vinyl Jumpers, Episode 3. Act 1. The Storm Before the Calm. Thunder growls overhead as storm clouds creep across the sky, the rain turning the street into a river of warped neon from the glowing sign above the door that reads, Neil's Vinyl Vault. It flickers as if it's struggling to stay tethered to this reality. The bell above the door gives a tired jingle as the group barrels inside, shaking off the storm. Samantha pushes the door wider.
All right, jackasses. New storm, new soundtrack, new trauma. Let's see what kind of cursed adventures we can get into tonight.
Incense hangs thick in the air, barely masking the deep, moldy tang of old cardboard sleeves and water-damaged wood. Rows of records loom like dark monoliths, humming with histories that never quite died. Bonger tugs at the sleeves of his hoodie.
Can we not pick the one that tries to eat us this time? I just got this hoodie back to non-scorched status.
Chainsaw stomps in behind him, dripping rain, grinning like the night's been laid out just for him.
Relax, Bonger. Danger builds character. And legends, but mostly legends.
Oz drifts toward the counter instead of the racks, setting down a thermos and pulling out a battered notebook.
I'm out of this round, by the way. Someone's got to stay topside, watch the levels, and make sure you idiots don't split reality in half again.
Samantha arches a brow.
Aw, our very own safety officer. What's next? Waivers before we drop the needle?
Don't joke. I have a checklist now. Step 1. Maybe don't willingly tango with cursed vinyl.
Chainsaw is already digging in a crate marked Power Metal, like that label was written just for him. His hand stops on a battered sleeve emblazoned with warriors under a blood-red sky. Chainsaw brandishes the record as if it was a talisman, voice dropping to near reverence.
Mark all you want, but this...
He reveals Dawn of Victory with a glint in his eye.
This isn't just an album. It's our gateway. Tonight's adventure, handpicked by yours truly. Only true warriors will survive this spin.
Samantha runs a finger over the Victrola, a sly smile touching her lips.
This relic looks like it's got some twisted soul trapped inside it. Maybe even older than Neil himself. Or did it just inherit all the dusty spirits from Bonger's unwashed hoodies?
Bonger crosses his arms, trying to mask his unease with a nervous smile.
Hey! These hoodies are vintage. Besides, I'm pretty sure they've survived scarier stuff than whatever's in here. Right, Neil?
Oz hangs back, eyes on the Victrola and the power strip, mentally tracing escape routes. Oz stares at the Victrola with suspicion.
I'll stick to this side of the cosmic blender, thanks. I'm here to hit stop if the floor opens again.
Samantha rolls her eyes.
Aw, Oz. Still spooked by shadows and bumps in the night? I bet you'd rather stay home with your action figure army.
Oz's voice is a bit shaky, but he's firm.
Hey, those aren't toys. I'm not scared, just smart. After the last adventure, my common sense kind of kicked in. I'm sitting this one out and making sure you actually have a way back.
This record isn't just a piece of history. It's a doorway that only opens for those who dare. Once it plays, you'll walk a path of no return.
Chainsaw grins recklessly, clutching Dawn of Victory even tighter.
Neil, you said the same last time. And here we are, still kicking. What's the worst that could happen? Let's light this up and rock the hell out of fate.
Bonger tries to stay calm, but is visibly tense.
So we're just rolling the dice on whether we're rock stars or roadkill?
Samantha crosses her arms, raising a challenging eyebrow.
Bring it on, Neil. Chainsaw's the king of chaos anyway. What's a little more darkness?
Neil's voice becomes ominous.
This isn't a dare. It's a warning. Darkness is hungry, and once it touches you, it never lets go.
Chainsaw steps to the Victrola, placing the record down almost ceremonially. From inside the sleeve, he pulls a small scrap of paper. Chainsaw unfolds it and holds it out towards Oz.
All right, Guardian of the Realm. You're staying out, but you're still in. Why don't we let you do the honors and read the spell? You'll be our anchor on this side. Just read it like you mean it.
Oz hesitates, then takes the paper, moving to a spot where he can see the player, the lights, and the door all at once.
Fine, but I swear, if the floor starts melting, I'm yanking every cord in this place.
Oz reads, his voice steadying as he goes.
Musicam simul et finis permittas in via ad tempus incipio, quaeris quid sit musica teas suis dimensibus mutari videntur, tole catio licet, per ficere investigatio tua plena curam naenia, es nad vinet vitam somnus tu lacus cantus.
Chainsaw, undeterred, places the needle on the record. Dawn of victory blasts from the Victrola. The air thickens. The shop quivers, bending under some unseen force. The ground beneath Neil, Samantha, Chainsaw, and Bonger begins to open, pulling them into a swirling void, while Oz grips the counter, watching in horror. Samantha grips the counter harder, her face a blend of fear and thrill.
Hold tight, everyone! Hope you all packed your courage!
Neil whispers while his gaze is filled with dread as Oz remains behind.
You have no idea what you've set free. Such hubris, such innocence.
The vortex howls, swallowing the three in a rush of light and sound. Then, with a violent snap, the rift slams shut. The record keeps spinning, but now only Oz and Neil remain in the trembling shop, the lone watchers, their lifeline, if a way back exists at all. Act 2. The Fantasy World. The teens land on a battlefield where skies glow blood red, the earth cracked and soaked with blood. Dragons soar in the haze. Distant screams echo around them. Samantha stares wide-eyed. Her voice is shaky with disbelief.
This can't be real. Somebody, please tell me that burrito wasn't enchanted.
Bonger tries to joke, but his fear shows through.
Welcome to the pit, Samantha. Looks like dinner's off the table. Indefinitely.
Chainsaw's eyes are gleaming.
Are you kidding? This is pure metal. Dragons, fire, chaos, ultimate concert and carnage.
Back in the shop, Oz and Neil hear only the muffled pulse of the record, watching the grooves spin as if they're chewing through time. Oz tightens his grip on the counter, praying his voice still reaches them, even if he can't hear theirs. A phalanx of scarred warriors approaches the trio, led by the towering, sinister Therion. His presence is commanding and fierce. Therion's voice is sharp as steel.
Ah, the foretold warriors! You finally arrived to fulfill your purpose. The dawn of victory lies in your hands. Stand with us against Zargothrax, the dark sorcerer.
His eyes blaze with intensity.
You may doubt yourselves now, but I see fire within you. I face horrors beyond your understanding, and it is your turn to rise, Together, we shall unleash a storm upon our enemies.
Oz's voice, distant and thin, brushes their minds like an echo from another room. The echo of the spell, of him reading it. A reminder, someone is still out there, holding the line. Oz's voice is distant in their heads, almost like a memory.
Whatever we're here for, you need to figure it out fast and come back.
Chainsaw glances skyward for a heartbeat, and then back to Therion.
Relax, Oz. This is what we were born for. Metal doesn't just speak to us, it calls us to lead.
We face this together. Whatever this nightmare is, that sword is our only way to survive it. We have to retrieve it.
Bonger is shaky, but he tries to stand his ground.
And if we don't, what happens? Are we just forgotten? Some old record in Neil's dusty collection?
Therion's gaze is piercing. His voice is a fierce promise.
Fear not, young warrior! Should you falter, the legends of your bravery will echo through time. But if you stand firm, you shall carve your names into the annals of history.
Chainsaw grins darkly.
Then we die as legends, true rock gods, metal or nothing.
They press forward, shadows seeming to whisper as they enter the caves of eternal night. Inside, Ignarion, a massive black dragon with glowing orange eyes, guards the Sword of Light. Chainsaw's eyes are gleaming.
This is our reckoning. Let's show this dragon what true metal feels like.
Act 3, the final battle. The cavern seethes with flickering red light, the molten veins in the walls pulsing like a living heartbeat. Shadows twist and stretch across broken stone. The stench of sulfur burns the back of their throats, and every breath feels like inhaling lightning. Then a low, unearthly rumble shakes the ground. Chainsaw grips his sword tighter as the shadows break apart, revealing Ignarion, the obsidian-scaled dragon whose eyes burn like dying stars. Fire seeps from its mouth in trembling, blistering waves. Ignarion unleashes a blast of fire, molten gold tearing through the darkness. Chainsaw barely dodges the flames searing past his shoulder, igniting his jacket on fire for a moment before Bonger throws himself sideways, batting it out with his hoodie. Sparks blind them as the cavern ceiling starts to collapse, stalactites plunging like spears. Chainsaw snarls, his voice raw.
You want to fight, you overgrown furnace? Come on, take it from the ones who don't bow.
He charges, swinging the Sword of Light. Every impact sends a shockwave rippling through the chamber, bursts of white fire clashing against the dragon's infernal glow. Samantha and Bonger weave between the creature's claws, striking at joints and underbelly, the air vibrating with battle cries and the hiss of molten rock. Ignarion rears back, shrieking, but before its death throes fade, the shadows congeal into a darker form, one that laughs. Zargothrax emerges, his cloak shimmering like a void made of flesh, his eyes twin abysses pulling at the edges of reality. The air distorts, lightning dances around his outstretched hands. The cave trembles with his presence.
Pathetic fools! Do you think that in slaying one simple beast, you've won and gained the throne of legend? Fools! He was simply the gatekeeper. I am the gate.
Zargothrax raises his hand, tearing open a rift behind him. The battlefield dissolves into chaos. Bonger stumbles to his knees.
This isn't a fight anymore. It's the end of the world.
Samantha grits her teeth, eyes fierce through the madness.
Then we end him! Metal never dies! It defies!
The group rallies as Chainsaw plunges through the shadows, the sword of light blazing, carving paths through Zargothrax's tendrils. Each blow sends shards of light through the darkness, illuminating the faces of countless spirits trapped in the air. The sorcerer screams, his body fracturing like stained glass under a hammer. Chainsaw roars over the cacophony.
This ends with us. You wanted fire? You get a goddamn inferno.
Chainsaw drives the sword deep into Zargothrax's chest. A torrent of energy erupts in a detonation of color, lightning, and sound so immense it feels like the fabric of reality itself is shredding. The sorcerer's scream becomes 1,000 screams echoing across realms before being swallowed by silence. The explosion hurls them back. The floor collapses beneath them, then nothing but deafening silence. Only the sword's fading glow remains, humming with the last refrain of their victory. Samantha is hoarse. Her voice is barely above a whisper.
We did it. Tell me someone got that on camera.
Chainsaw laughs, a broken, ragged sound, equal parts of triumph and disbelief, as they stare down at the cracks of the world still glowing beneath their feet. And from somewhere, deep in those cracks, a faint hum answers back, the echo of the record still spinning. Act 4. The Escape. The silence following Zargothrax's fall is deafening. Nothing remains but light, blinding, searing, endless. Then, like an inhaled breath, released, the world folds inward.
Quick, Samantha, read that spell so we can get the hell out of here while the coast is clear.
Samantha pulls out the small slip of paper and hurriedly begins reading the spell.
Musicum simul et finis permitas, in via ad tempus incipio. Queris quid sit musica, te ad sui dimensionibus mutari videntur. Tolle cautio licet, perficere investigatio tua plena coram nenia, est non inveniat vitam, somnus tus, lacus cantus.
The battlefield dissolves into a crackle of white fire as the teens slam into the floorboards of Neil's vinyl vault. The Victrola shrieks, then slows, the needle dragging through the last groove like a wounded animal gasping its final breath. Every bulb in the shop bursts in sequence with tiny pops of blue light. Bonger chokes out a laugh.
I swear, if anyone says that was awesome, I'm gonna gut punch them.
Samantha clutches at her ribs.
Awesome, no. Epic? Maybe. Terrifying? Absolutely. Someone please tell me we're done with cosmic karaoke nights.
Chainsaw stands apart from them, still gripping the sword. Its glow pulses faintly, like it's in sync with his heartbeat. His eyes, once wild with adrenaline, now hold something ancient, distant, like a reflection of Ignarian's dying fury trapped inside. Oz is still by the counter, every light flicker etching deeper panic into his exhausted face.
You disappeared. Time stopped. The record screamed. I thought. You weren't coming back.
Neil steps from the darkened hallway, eyes hollow but burning with grim awareness. His voice arrives like thunder after lightning, low, lingering, impossible to ignore.
You did come back, but pieces of what you wear may not have followed.
Samantha furrows her brow.
What the hell does that mean?
Neil gestures towards the sword. Its reflection in the window briefly shows not chainsaw, but something inhuman, scaled, molten-eyed, draped in battle smoke. The instant passes, but the chill remains. Neil is solemn. His eyes are fixed on the blade.
I've read online that the dangers are real and sometimes the worlds bleed together after a crossing. Magic takes something when it gives and doesn't always balance cleanly.
Chainsaw is half smiling.
Legends don't die. They evolve.
The Victrola lets out a low hum on its own. The spinning vinyl, still Dawn of Victory, no longer plays music, but faint whispers, reversed words winding through the static. The air vibrates again, but softer this time, like the breath before another storm.
Neil? Please tell me that's just feedback and not, a portal rebooting?
Song has a memory. It's heard your names. It won't forget their rhythm.
Outside, dawn breaks, cold and gray, and yet the rain glows faintly red, like the battlefield bleeding across worlds. Samantha looks at the others.
Guess that's our new normal now. Dragons, sorcerers, and Mondays that bite back.
Chainsaw lifts a sword and gives a faint grin carved in exhaustion.
Yeah, and if the next track calls, we answer. Metal never sleeps.
The Victrola hum deepens, one final note vibrating through the floor before silence falls. For a heartbeat, all is still.